Hi there, my name's Andrew Adams from Parker Adams Boat Sales. I'm here today just outside our offices at Hamble Point Marina, and I'm here to bring you a very, very special Axopar 28 cabin. Now, those of you that know me know I'm a massive fan of the Axopars. I think they're fantastic boats. I think people are really struggle to find boats which are more versatile, look better and just perform effortlessly well. They're brilliant boats. They're seen everywhere on the Solent, and this boat I think is exceptional. It has so many extras. This boat comes with the full harbour covers, so all these covers which are covering all of the upholstery to keep that in lovely condition. The boat's fitted with a full Raymarine suite of electronics. It's got radar, it's got AIS. It's also fantastic Mercury digital display, which can be set for the Mercury 300 V8 to give a fantastic sports throaty exhaust noise as well, which is one of my favourite features. But of course, the main thing about this boat is it's a Brabus line. Now, the Brabus line edition, think of it like an Audi S line. It's the higher end level trim on the Axopar. You get some fantastic additional upholstery levels, trim levels, you get the dark stainless steel on the grab rails all the way around, and just they look much more menacing and look much more mean. So what I'm going to do is let's have a walk around this particular boat. As I say, she's out the water at the moment. This is just behind our offices here at Hamble Point, and it's nice when a boat's out the water actually, because you can really see, particularly on the Axopar, how unique the hull is. Of course, you can see a bow thruster nestling under there, but on the Axopar you have this double stepped hull, so you've got the step here and this other step here. Now what that does is it means for a 28-foot boat which is powered by a single 300 Verado engine, you're getting in excess of 40 knots, and that's because this double step introduces extra aeration into the hull, gives fantastic performance, but also improves fuel economy. So the fuel economy on these boats isn't too bad, considering they're pushing along a large 28-foot boat with a cabin. So as I mentioned, this boat is fitted with the Mercury Verado 300. Now this Verado 300 is the later generation V8, quite an angular, very designer looking Mercury Verado. The older L6s were very tall, and these are much shorter. But something I should mention about this boat, which makes this boat quite unique, is that this boat is available with either this Mercury 300 V8. This engine has done 1,050 hours, serviced impeccably every 100 hours, but there is also an option if you wanted a slightly lower hours engine, say slightly a lot lower hours engine, then the owner actually has an additional Mercury Verado 350, which is only covered 30 hours. Now, if you wanted that to be fitted to the boat, then we can sort that out through separate negotiation. So there's an option there. You've got a V8 Verado 300 or a Mercury 350 L6. Let's get back to this boat. So you've got here underwater lights. You can see Ocean LED. They're the LED X8, so very strong powered 8 LEDs on there. A Mercury Revolution 4, so very high performance propeller on that, gives excellent hole shots, so you really come out of the water onto the plane very nicely. The boat's fitted with hydraulic trim tabs. These are electro-hydraulic, so they react very quickly through a joystick that I'll show you later. And of course the Axopar branding, which has got this Brabus line, means you get this really lovely matte black on all the stainless, and of course this lovely Brabus logo here. This boat is presented in beautiful condition. You can see from the shine on that hull, if I get a nice line there, the boat really has been loved and presented in beautiful condition here. It's been recently anti-fouled, so you've got clean anti-fouling on this boat, and it really is, it's in beautiful condition. So let's walk back around onto the transom. On the Axopars you have very easy stern access, so I'm just using the bathing ladder. That bathing ladder lifts up and then slides into here, then catches on these hooks so it doesn't back out again. One of the things you'll notice as soon as you come up onto this boat is that Elite Teak have been doing their job on this boat, and you have a really beautiful grey mottled effect teak, and it looks beautiful. The Brabus logo has been CNC etched into here, and it really does give a beautiful quality feel to this boat. This boat's fitted with the optional ski pole, so you can ski from the back there, and it just overall helps to enhance the overall feeling of chunkiness on this boat. So let's start at the rear. In this particular locker here you have a refrigeration unit. So there's actually a refrigerator in there, so that can turn that whole area there into a cool box. We've got in here are the Harbour Covers at the moment, and there's a fender in there, so you can use it double up as a storage or as a fridge. And then back across on this side, this is a storage locker. If we open that up, you can see fenders stuck in there, and also lines. They've all got nice gas struts, and it's just very nice and easy to get in to access everything. The rear space, obviously nestling under there, is the cabin, which I'll show you shortly. But this is a really, really great place to sit, and you have excellent handholds up here. So when you're going along, it's actually a good place for people to sit here, and they can lift their hands up there and hold on tight when you're blasting through the Solent waters. Access through the side steps is always very, very good. You've got nice wide side steps and grab handles all the way along. So start at the front. This Brabus inlaid CNC cut flooring really does set this boat, and I think it's unique. I don't think there's another one that has such a lovely flooring line on it, and you can see the flooring line has also been put onto this table as well. So right at the bow you've got an electric anchor winch, so the winch is controlled just here on an up-down system and then drops into there, and then all the under here you have storage. So if we lift this up, you've got excellent storage levels all the way along here, which can house the table legs, and then you also have an additional storage space just under here, so you've got more storage space down there. You can easily sit 4 people around there, so if you've gone off to a bay for the afternoon and you're just sitting down enjoying a bit of lunch with your family, this is a lovely place to be. You're outside in the elements but enjoying the versatility of having the cabin, so if anything gets a bit nasty on your way back, you can just go and enjoy the drive from the cabin. Let's start at the front. So in the front of the cabin you have in here a head compartment. So if we lift this out, there's an electric flushed sea toilet. It goes into a holding tank, and then the holding tank can be discharged. You've got cold water sink, and then all of your access to all of your electronics is just behind an easily removable panel just in there, and then there's a holding tank display unit there as well. So very functional. There's also LED lighting in there, so it doesn't feel too dark, and you've got a forward-facing window as well, so there is a bit of light once you're in there naturally as well. Windscreen wipers on the Axopar, very important when you're going through heavy seas and you get a bit of spray. They clear the windscreen nicely. And up on the top here, this boat, because it's the Brabus line, it has an electric roof. So I believe that was an option that only the Brabus line got. So an electric roof, so touch a button and the roof all opens, and I'll show you that now. So stepping inside the cabin, you have sliding doors. So the sliding doors pull across here and then nice and safely click into place and then just open up again. And then the design inside the Axopar is that you have 2 seats at the front, and then you really have a bench seat at the back for 3 people. 4 can be done at a squash. The best way to describe the ride and the feeling of an Axopar cabin, been said to me many, many times, is it's like being in a really high-end 4x4. Going through the water, it feels so safe, so cosseted, so protected in here. You sit in a really comfortable seat, driving the boat, and feel so protected from the elements. What I love about the Axopars is the fact that you just open the doors, and then on this particular boat, press a button, and now the roof is opening up, and so now you have really a boat that feels incredibly open. Just go as far as there, you can go as far as you want. Now the boat feels very, very open, so you've got the versatility of a rib, but knowing if the weather gets really nasty, you can just close the roof off and be very well protected. So I was talking about protection, let's have a look at what systems we've got. And you've got heating. Now we use an Axopar all year round, and the heating is fantastic. In about 5-6 minutes it heats up this cabin to a really lovely temperature. So you've got a Webasto heating system, you've got a Garmin VHF, a side power bow thruster fitted, and also this is this fantastic joystick control for the trim tabs. It's really intuitive. So quite simply, you want the bow to come down, you just lift them up and the bow comes down. You want the bow to come up, you go that way, and if you want to oscillate it so that the roll of the boat, you want to bring the port side down, you just move it across and the port side goes down. Axopars are all about versatility and how easy they are to use, and that's something that I really like and demonstrated there, even as simple as the trim tab system. In terms of the system, you've got an Axiom Pro on this boat, so that's one of the latest generation Raymarine Axioms, which is an upgrade. A lot of these boats came with Garmin equipment, and I personally am a massive Raymarine fan, so it's nice to see an upgrade on there. All of the systems are all controlled through here. Little things like panel lights, it's hard to see now, but that Axopar logo lights up, and then all of these lights light up, and then just a beautifully designed, great quality dash on there as well. This boat is fitted with an active trim system, so you can tell the Mercury system what attitude you want the boat to maintain, and then it will hold that position as you're going through the waves. The throttle, of course, it's all electronic throttle, and then great power-assisted steering as well. The Brabus line got this updated interior trim where you've got this Alcantara, I think they pronounce it, here, and then also on the steering wheel. And then you've also got a little Brabus sign here together with the Bentley stitch seat. So all in all has a real fantastic quality feel to it. You've got a remote control here which controls both the anchor and also the bow thruster. That's all controlled there on the remote. And then a little storage pouch just in here to keep any charts or anything like that. Bit of sun cream can go in there as well. As we move around to the back of the boat, this is the rear area here where you've got these 3 seats. This boat is fitted with a very good Fusion sound system. You've got 2 speakers in here and then another 2 speakers outside as well, so you're never wanting for any issues with sound. What I'm going to do, I'm going to attempt to put the camera up here because I just want to show how you get access to this rear cabin. Hopefully that'll work. So access to the rear cabin is relatively easy when you know how. And the way that you do it is this seat here, it has a strange sort of folding system. So what I need to do is just pull on these handles here. That then comes towards you and rotate the whole thing upwards. And then very cleverly, just up here on the ceiling roof, you can just pop the clips on and then one further clip just down here. And then what you have now is this seat is now nicely in an up position, which makes it very, very easy and accessible to get into the rear cabin. Now into the rear cabin, and here you have a full double bed. It always surprises people how big this is, but I love the fact that you've got really nice blinds. You can see the blinds are up on that side, down on this side, mirrors at the back, the little lights at the back. One of my favourite features on the Axopar, these lights are so cool, because just inside here at the back there, you have a USB socket. So for charging your phone, you can do it directly from the light. It's a simple little thing, but I like that. You also have a 12-volt socket there, and you can see there's this really nice LED lighting throughout here, and then your control panel and control systems are here. Your batteries on the Axopar are located just inside these 2 side pods. You get 2 batteries on the Axopar, one for the engine, one for the house battery, and they're located just by popping off those 2 sides there. So the Axopar really is a massively versatile boat, and you can see from the condition of this one, this is an excellent example. I love the Brabus line. I really like the dark stainless grab handles all the way around the boat, and it just has a real premium feel to it. So this boat is a 2020 model Axopar 28 cabin, powered by a Mercury Verado V8, but of course you do have the option, as I said earlier, of re-engineing this and having a 350 with only 30 hours on as well. So if you're interested in this boat, please do get in touch with us at Parker Adams. We'd be delighted to show you this boat. As you know, it's just behind our office here at Hamble Point Marina, and we look forward to showing you the next video. Thanks as always for watching. All the best.